This is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. During the next hour, the insane Daryl Wayne and I, we're going to explore some issues that actually touch each and every one of us. We're going to be talking about migraines, anxiety, and we'll also talk about overcoming doubts, which really ties into anxiety. You can look for us at latenighthealth.com. You can listen to us at Apple iTunes and podcasts, and you can find us all over the internet, wherever fine podcasts are heard. We're going to go to a very cool place right now, Bufffalo, New York. We're going to speak with Dr. Jennifer McVige. She's a board-certified physician in pediatric neurology, adult and pediatric headache and neuroimaging. She is the director at the Concussion Center at the DENT Neurologic Institute in Bufffalo, New York. Wow, you got a lot of titles there. Doctor, welcome to Late Night Health.
Well, thank you, Mark. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I'm really curious. You treat both adults and teenagers?
Yes, I do.
So I always wonder when I have a headache and when I have a bad headache, how do I know I'm not having a migraine? What's the difference between a headache and a migraine?
That's a great question, and that's probably one of the first things that people come to me about is, do I have sinus, do I have migraine, do I have tension headache? Migraine is defined as a headache that would involve light and or sound sensitivity. You don't have to have both, but you should have an element of it, or nausea. You don't have to have vomiting, but just nausea. Typically, it's defined as a headache that is of moderate to severe severity, and it is something that somebody would need to either sit down for, or they find that they're prohibited at their work, so they might be able to push through, but with a compromise. They're not as effective as they typically would be.
Their productivity level is down.
Correct, yes.
Got it. Do you personally suffer from migraines?
I do. I actually went into this because of the fact that I had my very first migraine during residency, and it was so debilitating. I was so embarrassed. I was in the ER throwing up, and I said, there's no human being that should ever feel this way, especially adolescents or children. This is my calling. It was that day I decided.
You specialize in pediatric neurology.
Correct. Yes, I do.
Got it. I have family members who have migraines. One takes Botox on a regular basis for migraines. Another one takes Imitrex, which is a common drug. I think it's been used for over 30 years. I'm not in favor of drugs. And of course, if I had a migraine and I had Botox, I'd want the advantage of having some wrinkles taken out of my neck, my chin, someplace. I mean, there's got to be something to make it even better. And I know that it doesn't work that way. I get that. Are there other treatments that are natural and effective?
Yes, it's great that you asked that, especially when working with adolescents. You really have that in mind. I'm a mother of two young girls that suffer from migraines, and so and as a provider for children who suffer with migraines, the teenagers especially, there's 28% of teens between 15 and 19 years old will live with migraine, and they find that it impacts their life. 37% say it impacts their schoolwork and their ability to function, and they're embarrassed by it even. The great part is that there's things that we've done in the past. There's essential oils, there's meditation, there's mindfulness, and they've been helpful, but to only a mild extent. There's vitamin therapies, but there is actually a new first drug-free therapy that the FDA has just cleared for acute headache treatment, migraine treatment in adolescents. Nerivio. Nerivio is a wearable, it's a smartphone control device, and it is worn on the arm. It's very inconspicuous, and it can it has almost like a buzz or a tingling sensation on the arm, and what it does is it effectively can relieve headache and cause even migraine freedom in the patients, and it was proven through the studies. So there's a new alternative that's out there.
Does it work on acupuncture points, nerve points?
No, it actually is different. It's not really acupuncture related. The whole premise behind it is that it uses electrical neuromodulation to activate the body's own native pain relief system. It's called a conditioned pain modulation. What a person would do, so the adolescent or the teen would take their smartphone and you program the device ahead of time. It would wrap it around your arm, almost like a Velcro kind of thing around your arm. You could wear it underneath your shirt, and no one would even see it. And then you just start the smartphone, and it turns on, and you would leave it on for a short period of time. And during that time, you could do whatever you want. You could wash dishes, do homework, and then when you're done, you take it off.
Hold on a second. I don't know many teenagers who will wash dishes.
Wash dishes.
Yeah.
Wishful thinking as a mom, okay?
Yes, exactly. So it's easy to use, and of course, most, I guess, teenagers have some kind of smartphone these days, if nothing else, so that adults, so parents can track locations of where their kids might be.
Yes.
When my kids were teens, I don't think they had smartphones yet. They had phones that just did one thing, and that was to make and receive phone calls.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, boy, one little iPhone is more powerful than the early computers that took up the size of a stadium.
I know.
Is the product also good for adults, or is it only good been proven for teens?
Nope, it's been FDA cleared for adults and has been on the market for quite some time, and now it is FDA cleared for adolescents as well, 12 years and over. And so the nice part is that, a lot of my adolescent patients don't even swallow pills. So when you're talking about acute rescue medications and they get to a point where, these essential oils, these vitamins don't work, these children are turning to over-the-counter medications. And there's a misperception that they can be safe, but when you overuse them, they can cause harm. They can cause GI upset, kidney issues, and they can cause a medication rebound headache as well. So, just because it's over the counter doesn't mean it's essentially safe if you're not using it correctly. So the nice part is that if you don't swallow pills, if you don't want to take an oral medication, you do now have an alternative that is safe and effective with very low side effect profile.
Are there side effects, known side effects to this?
In the study, there were no device-related serious adverse events.
Wow, that's terrific. Well, our guest is Dr. Jennifer McVige, and we're going to take a time out, and when we come back, I want to find out about some triggers for migraines and what we can do about that. Also, because of COVID, the incidence of teen suicide is way, way up. And I was just wondering if the incidence of migraines has gone up too. Our guest is Dr. Jennifer McVige, and she is the director of the Concussion Center at the DENT Neurologic Institute in Bufffalo, New York. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. Be sure to check us out at latenighthealth.com, latenighthealth.com, and Facebook at facebook.com/latenighthealthradio. Daryl and I and Dr. McVige return as Late Night Health continues. Recently, I met Jacqueline from Bright here in Los Angeles. She gave me a hearing exam and then showed me how to hear again with the new Signia Pure Series hearing aids, and she can give you your life back too. I hear birds chirping, birds cooing, and even my wife. They easily connect to my smartphone. The Signia hearing aids are amazing, and with the charge and go, I don't have to fiddle with batteries and hear all day long. Not hearing is frustrating for you and your family. I know you don't have a problem, but trust me, call Bright Here now for a free hearing exam, a $125 value, yours free, just for making an appointment now. There are offices throughout the Los Angeles area. Call Bright Here now at 323-424-7100. That's 323-424-7100 for a free hearing exam. There's no obligation. Call now, 323-424-7100, or visit them on the web at brighthere.com. Late Night Health is proud of our partnership with the EBC, the Evolutionary Business Council. Check them out at ebcouncil.com.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Alyn. The show continues in a moment. If you're listening to Late Night Health right now, you're part of the growing target of baby boomers we're serving. Hi, I'm Daryl Wayne, producer of Late Night Health, inviting you to join the Late Night Health family. If you have any business targeting the growing boomer market, Late Night Health is the ideal advertising vehicle for you. From vitamins to insurance, alternative health to Western-style medicine, Late Night Health caters to the growing population of those over 40 years old. This vibrant demographic has expendable income to fight aging, purchase travel, take care of aging parents, or just have fun. Find out about the advertising opportunities with Late Night Health. Call us at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308, or email us at info@latenighthealth.com. That's info@latenighthealth.com. Join Late Night Health as we empower people to take charge of their own health care. Call now at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308.
There's a lot of talk all over the internet about the remarkable benefits of Carbon-60, and baby boomers are especially excited about it. Greska's Carbon-60 is the premium Carbon-60, developed by an aerospace and NASA scientist. 95% of Greska's customers report positive results from this Nobel Prize-winning technology in just 4 days. Imagine more energy, better health, and more vitality. It's very bioavailable to quickly mend toxin-crippled cells. This is a super powerful antioxidant. Bob Greska is so confident that you'll love his Carbon-60, he wants to send you a bottle at 50% off the regular price. To see how life-changing this will be for you, call 720-600-6040. That's 720-600-6040. Visit c-60.com to learn more. Call 720-600-6040 now, or visit c-60.com. Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. We're talking with Jennifer McVige. She is the director of the Concussion Center at DENT Neurologic Institute in Bufffalo, New York. And she goes into the, the center and traipses through the snow. One of the things that's on my mind is the fact that teen suicide rates are way up. Is there any correlation between migraines and suicide, both in teens and adults?
I'm not aware of any articles that have actually evaluated the two, but I do know that there are higher incidences of individuals who have self-harm and thoughts of self-harm when they have chronic pain syndromes. And there is some literature to that effect. Migraine can be considered a chronic pain syndrome if it's not well controlled. Typically, we like to use medications with people or non-medication therapies in order to keep them in a situation where they're not becoming chronic and daily migraine patients, which is why rescue medications are so important, or preventative medications are so important to keep people under good control.
Here at Late Night Health, we approach life in a holistic manner, an alternative functional medicine kind of a way, which means that we talk about alternative therapies, such as the wearable device that you were talking about, rather than meds. But if we
Correct.
need meds, you take meds.
Right.
Do you agree
but the
with
nice
that?
thing, like we had talked about with Nerivio, is that the efficacy actually is quite strong. So in the studies that were just published, 71% of the adolescent patients that used the Nerivio had pain relief after 2 hours, and 35% had complete pain freedom. And then 24 hours later, 90% of the cases were still having sustained pain freedom. And almost 69% of these kids said, these adolescents said that they experienced improvement in their functional ability. And so one of the nicest things is a lot of us go through headache and migraine, and we can't function. So even to bring it down to the point where you can at least do your schoolwork, or you can at least, hang out with friends, or participate in a day and not go hide in your bedroom, is a profound change in someone's quality of life.
What about in adults? The studies are pretty much the same in adults with the device?
Yes, it has been FDA cleared for adults as well, and I've been using it with my adult patients. I do take care of adult and adolescent patients as well. And the stories that we've heard have been really, really wonderful. It's nice to have a patient come back and say, I've tried all of these pharmaceutical-based medications. I had adverse side effects. I had difficulty remembering to take them, or I didn't bring it with me, but yet this is a device. I have my smartphone with me. I can bring it anywhere. It's very easy. Everyone keeps their phone with them. You can turn it on very easy. No one, it's very inconspicuous. It's difficult to see. So my adult patients as well as my adolescent patients have said that it's been really helpful and a big change in their life. They don't feel like they have adverse side effects afterwards. So there's not that, some of the medication side effects can include sleepiness or nausea, and obviously that's not associated with this.
Right. Have you used it yourself as a migraine patient yourself?
I have. It's great. It just feels like a little buzzer vibration, so it's not something uncomfortable. And it's very easy to put on, very easy to work with the app. Like I said, I think that the teens are so good and the adolescents are so good with those kinds of things. But really easy to program, really easy to figure it out. The company has a video that you can watch in order to program it. The app also serves as a diary, so you can actually track your personal insights and your diary as far as when you have your migraines, what your triggers are, what your patterns are, and share it with your physician or look back yourself and find patterns.
All right. When you did this, did you have to have one of your daughters help you program it for yourself?
No, I can figure it out myself, but thank you for
Okay, you said you weren't technical, so I was just asking. What about insurance? Does many insurance covers the price?
I'm glad you asked that. Yes, we are participating with insurance companies now. The Nerivio is being accepted by traditional medical insurances at this point in time. Yes.
Oh, that's terrific. That's good. What if you don't have insurance? What does the device cost?
I'm not quite sure of the exact cost, but I can get that to you. I don't want to say something that's incorrect. Okay,
so you can check that out. What is the website, by the way? I don't have that here.
I'll
tell you what. You can look it up like this. Neribio. Just do a Google search and you should be able to find the website from that. We have a couple minutes left with our guest, Dr. McVige, and I'm really curious. You you not only are you a medical doctor, you're a psychologist too. You have a master's degree in behavioral neurology and psychology. Do you use that methodology in your practice?
So strongly that health and wellness is such a part of pain management with kids, and it's a part of making us feel in the moment and feel better about ourselves. You know, sometimes we're feeling pain because internally, emotionally, we're not feeling right. So the social, emotional, and mental, physical aspect of life is all interconnected, especially with working with adolescents. It's been such a hard year for all of us, but these adolescents and teens have really taken a hit with online schooling, not being around their peers, having to live through a smartphone oftentimes. You know, it's tough to watch. Yeah.
Has COVID affected your work in dealing with patients?
It has. I mean, I do think this the whole telemedicine has been actually really helpful. At first, it was really challenging, I think, for all physicians to get used to. But now I can reach out to patients that maybe live 2.5 hours, 3 hours away. I have patients in Canada even that I'm still able to see that weren't allowed to cross the border when the border's shut. I can still prescribe them something. I can still, get things to them and keep them healthy. Like today, there's a big snowstorm. I'm still able to see some patients and just convert them to telemedicine instead of forgetting about the appointment. So, yes, it's been challenging with the masking and the gloving, and procedures are a little different. But at the end of the day, there's going to be some benefits that come out of this, I think, and we just need to look at the bright side and the positives that we can take away.
That's a great way of looking at it, too. We only have a little bit of time left. Some of the triggers for migraines, I remember it from previous conversations, would be caffeine, chocolate, nitrates. Anything else that you shouldn't eat?
MSG, which is kind of a monosodium glutamate, is a lining of soup cans, bouillon cubes, powder packs of cheeses. Also, not only just food triggers, but getting a good night's sleep, making sure you're well hydrated, trying to keep your stress level down, relaxation techniques, meditation techniques at night, just letting things go, just trying to live in the moment and not get hung up on things that make you so worried in the future that you can't control.
Doctor, we are up against the clock. You're terrific. Love to have you come back sometime. We'll talk about some other brain stuff and maybe decide if radio people really do have a brain. Our guest has been Dr. Jennifer McVige, and I am Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. Late Night Health continues.
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Words are a critical aspect of success. How you get your point across is a crucial part of what makes anything sell. So do it right and hire a writer. Whether it's articles, blog posts, technical writings, website content, product descriptions, or ghostwriting anything from a novel to a nonfiction book about your navel, contact Servet Hassan. If you want it to sell, write it right. Email Servet at servet@servethassan.com.